Prime Minister Mark Carney has a jam-packed schedule in London today, meeting with business and political leaders, all part of a push to attract investment and bolster Canada's ties with other countries amid tensions with the United States.
Now, while in the UK, I've met with business and investment leaders to discuss new economic opportunities and partnerships as we look to attract capital to Canada and to empower Canadian workers with new high-quality careers. My message to business leaders here in New York, throughout the world, is we have what the world wants.
Here at home, Carney has been facing a lot of criticism over this trip, with the Conservative Party claiming the Prime Minister has nothing to show for his many travels overseas. And that's something that the Prime Minister pushed back on when he spoke to the media earlier today. The CBC's Catherine Cullen has more from London.
The leader of the official opposition has called this Mark Carney's illusion tour, suggesting that the Prime Minister is not getting enough results for Canadians, that he's going on trip after trip and with essentially nothing to show for it. The Prime Minister pushed back against that, talking not just about this trip, but the last 10 days. People may remember he was in Mexico City to meet with the president there. He's been at the United Nations General Assembly, where he met with a variety of world leaders, including an event with U.S. President Donald Trump. He returned to Ottawa, signed a trade deal with Indonesia, and now is on this trip where he's been meeting with several world leaders, notably the UK's Keir Starmer. But he's not coming out of this with one specific thing that he can say, this was the thing that we got done on this trip. The Prime Minister, though, is defending the travel. He says this is ensuring that progress is made on things that the UK and Canada have already agreed to in previous conversations, a previous visit to the UK that helped kick off Mark Carney's time as Prime Minister. He said, you've got to work. It's not just press conferences. Let's listen to a bit more of the Prime Minister's defense of this trip.
It's not just you sign a nice agreement and then something happens. No, you actually have to do the work. You have to meet with the leaders to make sure the work's being done. You have to mark progress as it's being done, which is what we're doing with the various European leaders to make sure Canadians and Europeans, but Canadians, my job, get the full benefit of these agreements that we're making with them.
Now, he did also say Canada is going to invest hundreds and hundreds of billions over the next decade in the economy. Some of that money is going to come from abroad. That is also what these conversations were about. Interestingly, he did have a breakfast with business leaders and investors this morning, but the Prime Minister said that was not about coming to a specific agreement or a specific project, but rather to have an understanding of the investment climate, what Canada is looking for and whatnot.
So Prime Minister Carney meeting with investors, meeting with partners. We heard him say that Canada has what the world wants. He did cover a lot of ground at that news conference. So what else did he say?
I thought one of the things that was striking were his comments about the latest threats of tariffs from Donald Trump on a variety of sectors, furniture, pharmaceuticals. There's been a Truth Social post, but there has not been, for example, an executive order. And the Prime Minister said because of that, it's not entirely clear to what extent this would affect Canada. He said there are reasons to think that the effect would not be enormous, given that, for instance, it might involve patented pharmaceuticals. Most of the pharmaceuticals made in Canada are generic. It's just an example. But again, he said without anything in writing, it's hard to say. He did, though, say that this underscores the importance of the upcoming review of CUSMA, the new NAFTA, that he believes will help avoid specific issues erupting on a case-by-case basis like this.
That's Catherine Cullen reporting in London this morning.